USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I find I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school, this class is the best, this is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we have evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Princess Kate disappointed over Prince George's decision.
30 years on, Hugh Grant's former bookstore and a rock group are creating a new storm in London.
Best job in the world if you've got the right genetics.
The Chinese love London. This is a fact. All this and more on the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show with me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And me, Helena CHARD.
This is coming from ALB UK TV studios in London. So let's roll the titles and let's get on with this great show. Well, Helen and I have been discussing what is the future of Kate, and there's been a disappointment, but a birthday as well. Take it, Kate.
I think we'll start off with, so Princess Kate is disappointed, apparently, allegedly, I would say, not heartbroken as we keep hearing, because supposedly Prince William has decided, although he hasn't really decided, that Prince George, who is now 10, is going to go to Eton College. Now, obviously, Eton College will be at age 13.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
So I think at the moment, I mean, the reality is that William went to Eton. It's a progression of all the different, in their lifetimes. Why go there? Harry went there, William went there, so now George is going to go there. And I think the reality is that the reason that we're hearing that Kate doesn't quite like this is that she went to an all-girls school at one time and got bullied.
Yeah.
And she's worried that George might get bullied again. But I think William and Harry never thought that, but...
Yeah, no, so obviously when she was bullied, she went to Down House, and obviously that was an all-girls boarding school. I mean, I think there's the stance of she thinks that possibly Eton is a little bit stuffy, and their new approach is they want to obviously appeal and connect with the everyday person, because they're trying to modernise the monarchies, as we know. And also she'll miss George desperately, but I don't think it's going to be the case with George. I mean, he's been brought up to go there, and it will be absolutely fine. Although we do know Prince Harry didn't do well at Eton.
Yeah, but I think, again, you see, basically it's the old school tie. And so, but, in the future, if you look at a large percentage of William's really firm friends, close network friends that he's kept with all these years, they all came from Eton. So old Etonians just have this way about them at the same time. So I think it's going to be interesting.
It is.
To see how this all develops.
But also I think as well, it's she would like it to be a co-educational school, and I get that, so male and female. Eton isn't, although every year they do discuss it, and it may be that Princess Charlotte could be the first girl to join that year.
I've got a feeling that perhaps they allow some girls into the sixth form.
I don't think so. I think they have one lady that actually works at the school that's more like looks after the college, and that's it. So. But
it is what it is. It's tradition.
Oh, just one other interesting fact as well is that their entry exam, it's 150 minutes, and it's a verbal, can you think, 150 minutes, and it's a verbal and mental reasoning test.
Yeah.
So that you can just see it. I mean, the one thing that would put me off is we know Boris went to Eton, and look what a fine mess we're in. So I get it.
I think the reality is, if George is not allowed into Eton, I would imagine that I can't see it.
It's fine. He's not going to be bullied. It's going to be absolutely fine.
But Kate has got something else to celebrate.
So happy birthday, Princess Kate. Fabulous. So 42, and she had a low-key birthday celebration. I think she was probably slightly worried if there was anything that will come out in the media, because it's a year since Harry's book, and I can imagine, a slight worry. But so with her children and husband, and had a lovely time. And there's such positive reviews talking about Kate, all her things that she's done. I know that King Charles released that picture, which is a behind-the-scene picture from the coronation, which is lovely, and has branded her sort of king's beloved daughter-in-law. So the bells rang out. Lots of people put lovely messages on social media, and so it was all very, very a lovely occasion, and I just think she's done so well.
She has done so well.
She's very relatable.
I think we both know, because let's not hide it. We both got asked a question this week by another TV channel. Has she been drinking recently?
Yeah. Well, no, not drinking. But has she missed? Does she miss the good old days where she used to go partying with Prince William and have loads to drink and various things?
Absolutely. And all of a sudden, when we started looking at this, I think we both looked at it, for another channel. The reality was that all these terrible what looked like drunken photographs of William and Kate
having fun.
Oh, goodness me.
I actually worked out that, in fact, we, as in the whole world population, actually enjoyed looking at those photographs because they were fun and spangly and they weren't all completely polished. And I think people enjoyed that. We all want a bit of fun, don't we, in our lives in this day and age? That's what I think. But, so, I mean, great for her. She's doing so much, and I think she really is a wonderful future queen. And obviously her with her shaping us, and she's doing. And one last thing I'd like to say, they always say about her, you know, being lazy and she doesn't do as much work. I mean, William and her, they have two very different sides of projects. So one occasion is not like Princess Anne going out doing a quick visit. A huge amount of work and preparation and things go into it because it's
looking
part
after
of
the
a
children
big,
as well, isn't
yes,
it?
of course.
It's like it's like any mother these days trying to balance a work life and a home life and making sure everything is okay. You know, it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I totally agree with you. It's just sometimes it would be just to see perhaps the old fun Kate coming back again as well. You know,
I think she's there. I think she's fun, and I love it. You know, she's so resilient. I think she's a phoenix rising. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. But anyway, we'll move on from lovely Kate. And
because I can take note on this because, you know, I'm 72 years old now. I'll be 73 in April. So if anybody wants to send me a birthday present, I'm only just putting this message out now. I normally work about 4 months in advance.
You do.
The reality is that this week, two really incredible stories have happened. That have taken 30 years to come to fruition. So the first one is a rock group, but they weren't a rock group, and you would probably know the better term for them. And they are called Shed 7. 30 years ago, they were in the same type of genre as Oasis and some of the other very big groups of the time. And although they created popularity, they never really got to their full fruition. And then, surprise, 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 TikTok and others have created a new interest for them. And apparently today, I think we may be able to announce, but at the moment it's not quite certain yet because I don't think it's actually been finalised, that they will have a #1 album. After 30 years of trying, they'll have a #1 album.
And you know what? The album's called A Matter of Time, and it's really, really good. It's really good music. You've got to listen to it, which is fabulous. I mean, yeah, good for them. So it just goes to show. Keep going. Never, ever give up.
And in this same week, when all this is happening, as well, Hugh Grant and the Notting Hill film that was made famous, this shop, 30 years ago, all of a sudden it's become famous all over again, and people are coming from all over the world to be photographed outside their shop. But it's got nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, it's actually to do, it's a TikTok revolution, and it's all to do with TikTok's promoting books. So now this Notting Hill bookshop is so famous, people are travelling worldwide to have pictures taken outside the bookshop. And I think it's really great, not just, well, obviously for the bookshop, but it's great that books are being revived as well. I mean, that whole thought of, holding a book and smelling a book and reading a book, that really thrills me.
And it just shows you the power of TikTok now, doesn't it? Because to be able to influence people to start reading books again.
Absolutely. And also just to say as well that Queen Camilla is actually set to become a publishing influencer. So that's something interesting with her new Queen's Reading Room. That's actually a podcast. So we'll talk about that on another occasion.
Well, there we go, you see. So, I've learned at long last you can have longevity. Thank goodness.
You can. There's more and more groups.
Longevity, please God, it happens.
So also, we should talk about the London Mayfair, the Dukes, basically, in London Mayfair. Now, this is a new boutique, not new boutique hotel, but a boutique hotel, a leading hotel, and it's got 5-star reviews, actually, from the AA and from another body. Absolutely. But it's sort of nestled in St James's, and it's a quick walk to Buckpal.
It was highlighted recently, and I think it's what's known as a boutique hotel. So it's only a small amount of rooms, but my goodness me, the opulence of these rooms and the whole service behind this. Basically in London, I think sometimes we forget how well we do this type of historic values, and especially in hotels at the same time. And the opulence behind this hotel, the service, everything, it's...
Yeah, I think as well, I love that they've got a strapline where you will arrive as a guest and leave as a friend, which I think is really special. But they have... so it's the Reader's Travel Award, which is the second one, but it's dog friendly. Everything, they have groomers and everything, really dog friendly. And also they have the Royal Connoisseur Experience at the hotel, which again is very interesting. So they have different royal experiences that we should try out.
Absolutely.
So that should be good.
I think we need to have a go on that. And finally,
I love this one, and I think what's so funny about it, so it's the best job in the world, and it attracted 2,500 applicants. And the funny thing about it is to taste beer, so to be a beer taster. But everyone thinks great, and they would have loads of beer, but there's only a few people, I think 1 in 100 or 1 in 200 or something qualified, because you have to have the right genetics to taste the special taste, whatever that is. But they had so many applicants, but it's Northern Ireland, but they had people from Brazil and America. I mean, how mad is that?
And just a very quick story. I haven't even told you this. It just reminds me of a story I did many years ago. And basically, many years ago, there used to be another position in London. And this was set by the Mayor of London. This is going back to the 17th and 18th century, where every pub in London had to have a wooden seat. And basically then the beer taster would come round and try the beer in every single pub in London. Mm. And the reason why it had to be a wooden seat was that the beer taster himself wore leather breeches. And so basically what would happen was that he would get some of the beer and he would pour some of the beer onto the wooden seat, and then he would sit on the wooden seat. And then if he stuck to the seat, his breeches stuck to the seat, there was too much sugar in the beer.
Okay, there we go.
That's an old story from the past. Anyway, we must carry on at the moment. So we're just going to introduce some great new friends of ours from China today as well. And we're going to talk about, in reality, what do the Chinese love about London? Let's find out. Now we have the most amazing two young ladies who I've met recently. They are Chinese influencers, Gina and Mary. Welcome!
Thank you, Mike.
Welcome. Now then, first thing to do, stand up. Well, let's see these dresses. Okay.
Hi.
Gina.
Woo. They're lovely.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Okay.
They're silk.
Chinese costume.
Yeah, Chinese costume. Beautiful silk. Really lovely.
Aren't they?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to London. Welcome to the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show on ALB UK television as well.
Thank you for inviting us.
I think this is going to be marvellous. So the first question is, why did you come to London? And what values in London did you learn? Because you've both got master degrees. Tell us about it.
Yes, I just, when I have a university in London, I just found London is very fancy and it's colorful life here. And because I do digital marketing, I do my own video in London. So I meet so many people here and they're really funny and they cheer me a lot. Even so I dress a shit, but they treat me so good. So I think that's why I love London.
American.
So for me, it's all about the human rights and the vibe. Like everyone is very equal. They won't judge you from your sexuality, from your background, and you can dress whatever you want. And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a free vibe.
So what's the difference, I'm intrigued, between Britain and China? What would you say the biggest difference for you guys?
Yeah.
Except from the language, which is obvious, I think it's how people think.
Like, I think in London, people no judge and open mind, but in China, some of the people will judge you because they don't have the good education. They maybe have like judge your dress, judge your body. Like you not get married, and they will judge you not get married. Something.
So yeah.
What do you think about the royal family?
Royal family.
Yes.
I think they're very mysterious. Very.
Okay.
Yeah, because they always like that in that place, in that status that we're from this level, and we like always have something happening around them, and people like talking about them, like gossip, that like a real time modern.
Like we're curious about the
icon
royal
something.
family. Yeah, because like they are the respect for the UK, and we want to know something about UK. We want the actual life.
Absolutely, like one of the symbol of the UK, the image.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you think that's why, because apparently the #1 destination for Chinese tourists in London is coming to see Buckingham Palace first of all?
Absolutely. Because that's one of the culture.
Okay.
It's right in London, the Big Ben, Westminster Church, and everything's there, and people come for that. If I arrive in London for the first time, I'll definitely go for it on the first day of my arriving there in London.
Yeah, brilliant. So what actually motivates you?
In London, travel in London?
Yes.
Of course, the culture, because I like places with rich cultures.
The culture,
just
and
like
the
China.
building, and the different, like you meet people is different, and the food different. The building is totally different.
Yeah, I mean, here you can not only meet British people, but you can meet people all over the world.
Global.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. That's
true.
a great opportunity.
And the costume. Yeah, every like India style, like Japanese style, Korea. Yeah.
All over the world.
Wow.
And you have lots of followers, because I think you have 1 million, in different ways, and Mary has a large following as well.
Yeah.
So, what do you see influencers as a good job to actually have for yourselves as well?
I think it's part of my life because I love sharing my experience, my life, and what I do in London to the Chinese people, and they are curious about the life in London. And also, last time I met you, I made the video because they curious about the royal family, so I made the video. Yeah, it's a good start.
She made a video of me eating.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no!
It's curious because for Chinese people, we are curious about royal family, what they do, what is the life.
So does that mean that you're videoing and you're recording everything in life the whole time and then putting it on your social media?
For me, it's not really, because I know what content I'm making. I'm making based on the culture and the fashion thing. So I, like particularly on purpose, I'm making that video. But I'm not recording every single life of my life.
I just record something I found is very interesting and it's really cool. And
She's
I will
very
do
naughty,
that.
this one. She's very
yeah, when you are eating, I record you. Yeah,
She's
it's
very
like
naughty,
a
this
real
one.
nature.
Funny.
Yeah.
And sorry, because we're really almost run out of time. Just very quickly, what's your ambitions in London now? What do you want to achieve?
I want to earn an international image, and I want to express how we think the Chinese value, but not the traditional Chinese value, but the new generation, Gen Z's Chinese value, because people change, generation change. And I want to speak for the community.
Like we want to show some Chinese culture, show some Chinese, like the young generation, the Generation Z, what they do, what they life, and what they think about for the world. Thank you.
Can I just ask one thing?
Sorry,
This is a random one.
Yep.
What's your most prized possession?
Quite.
Both of you. Your most special possession?
Here?
Yes.
I think it's walking in the street by the riverbank in London. That is most special timing.
For me, I just like it's like a colorful life, colorful like different people here. That's make me very nervous.
Oh, we're so thrilled that you
Bless
joined us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No
I'm
doubt
sorry.
you'll come on again.
Basically, we're just going to take another short break, and then we will have our colleague Philip Sykes on board. And he's going to talk about, he gets Chinese clients as well, and what they like about England at the same time. See you soon. So now we have our final guest on for the day, the wonderful Philip Sykes from the School of Excellence. And hopefully any second now, he's going to appear on screen. Hello, Philip.
Good to see you, Philip. Thank you so much.
I know we're very short time on you because you've got another show. He's a very busy man. So, Philip, the question I was going to ask you today, we just had these wonderful Chinese influencers on board. What are the types of things that you find when Chinese people come into London to learn your excellent services? What do you find that they're interested in?
Well, funny enough, I'm glad you asked me that question. Just yesterday evening, we were working with an amazing television company based out of Hong Kong, and they were running through exactly some tools that we wanted to portray to the Asian market of what's really, really important when coming over to the United Kingdom and how to really integrate into the sort of English way of life. And one of the things we were talking about was a lot of young Chinese children are sent here to boarding school, and that can be very daunting. You can imagine they're coming in from an amazing culture of their own, which is just wonderful. I love being in China. I spent a lot of time there pre the COVID period, and I was traveling all over China on numerous occasions, and it's a beautiful market to engage with. But incorporating the way of life here in the UK, as we know, is very different. The cultural differences, the cuisine, the way we connect, learning about the importance of small talk, building relationships, even just down to the basics that we may deem as basics, such as a handshake, maintaining great eye contact without making someone feel uncomfortable, and those sort of things that really start to build that rapport.
So Philip, do you find the communication styles, China versus Britain, very different?
Most definitely, Helena. It is. And this is the beautiful thing about the world, is cultural differences. And this is where we as Westerners really need to make more of an effort, in my opinion, to understand how our cultural differences play a part in this globalized world, and it's become very small. And you know, the Chinese have a very different way of doing things, and they're all about what we call saving face. So they're very proud. They will not show disappointment potentially, and they can maybe take offense, but it's very much done behind the scenes. So we need to be very aware that when people are coming from different countries into this beautiful country of ours, the United Kingdom, how we receive and accept and help people on that journey.
Philip, finally, because I know you're another TV crew.
I think it's actually started the show.
Absolutely. So the reality is, Philip, again, just remind us, how can people get in contact with you?
Please reach out, look at our website, thebritishschoolofexcellence.com, or send us an email at hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We're all about building confidence, changing lives, and making a massive impact on this world for people to be kinder, more caring, more thoughtful, more empathetic, and more personable.
Philip, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. As always, most appreciated. Apologies, we were coming in late as well today. It's been one of these days.
See you next week in the studio, hopefully.
Have a good day.
Xixia. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Be good. Well,
another bustling show.
Another show.
That's good.
We've done it.
Colourful.
We've made it. We've made it.
It's been great, hasn't it? Really good.
So I have to thank again ALB UK TV and Helena Castrati for allowing all this to happen in the first place, and the wonderful Lissy, who creates all the magic at the same time, and USA Global TV, Jacalyn Kerbeck, for all that she's doing as well.
Absolutely.
It's the most fantastic. Well, what another great show.
Absolutely. Always good. It's always good. I look forward to the next one.
So, I mean, what's your final thoughts on Kate today? Because I know you've always got final thoughts.
I think we've spoken enough about Princess Kate, surely. No, I just think I think it's great. She's brought normality, I think, to our royal family, and she's great. She looks wonderful. I mean, for the fashionistas of the world, she's a clothes horse as well. So I think great. There is that, everyone buys into her fashion and has done for years and years. The Kate effect, as it's called. So I think she's wonderful for our royal family. And on that note,
I can't say any more. I mean, it's one of these wonderful occasions when we had so much to talk about today, and I think hopefully we've got another packed show. So for me, Ian Pelham-Turner.
And from me, Helena CHARD.
Thank you so
See
much
you
for
next
watching
week.
again. Watch us again next week. We will have even more guests on. Take care. Goodbye. Have a great day.